All right, guys. So when I woke up this morning, like many of y'all, I realized pretty quick I didn't have the best armor and the best weapons in the game anymore because every day that seems to be changing. But I'm here to tell you there is no such thing. In fact, in Crimson Desert, it is best if you wear a lot of different hats. So we're going to discuss armor and weaponry. We're going to try to make this video 10 minutes if we can. We might go a little over. So Tech Hat, that's just a fanfare. Doesn't have much of a purpose other than that, which helps build your friendship level a little bit. But you're better off to bribe them with beer or wine or, of course, those sacks of copper and silver or even gold bars. Now, when it comes to very useful pieces of equipment. There's always the best armor in the game, but I feel like there's a few pieces that have gotten overlooked, so I'm going to discuss those today. We have the Great Thieves gloves. This allows you to pick a pocket without being detected. Now, they basically made these where you can pick a pocket once, and then you got to go back and pick it 2 or even 3 times because of the RNG drops that they've now done, where they've filled these pockets full of lint and balls of string and all kinds of crazy stuff. But no worries there because you now have Catfish Plate Helm, and what this thing does, we'll equip it here. If we have picked a pocket 4 times and we now have that really large red heat ring we have to get away from, we could actually equip the helmet, hit L2, R2. We no longer have heat, and guess what? This thing actually refills pretty quick. It takes 5 minutes for it to recharge, around 5 minutes of actual real lifetime, not in game, but real lifetime, 5 minutes, and then you can go back and start again. So really nice. You don't have to leave those areas. It never fails. When I'm down in the Research Institute there at Scholola, I will be finally like, man, I see a lot of pockets. There's a lot of abyss artifacts I can pick, and then I'll get down there. It takes 3 times to get the item out. Then you got to leave and come back. No longer with this helmet. Just wait 5 minutes, follow the person around. As soon as you reset it, pick his pocket 3 times, wait 5 minutes, reset it, go pick the next pocket 3 or 4 times if you got to. That is going to get you there quickly. Now, when it comes to armors, there's no such thing as a best piece of armor, guys. There are really good builds on armor. So when it came down to the Scorch Flame armor, and of course our Cursed Frost armor, I ended up taking it to the Cuckoo kilned in area, and I went ahead and made the Cuckoo ice resistant and the Cuckoo flame resistant, which gave us a base of 30 and a 10 resistance on each of those. Now, I keep both of these in my inventory. The reason for that is when I'm in the areas with a lot of frost or in the abyss and I'm having to do a lot of flying, I run out of stamina because of the colder weather. The same thing for when I'm over in the Crimson Desert region and it's really hot. I run out of my stamina very quick, and you can actually take damage in those areas if your stamina is depleting too quickly. So that's why I'll keep both of those on hand. I can switch it very quickly. Same with the cloak. We have just a standard bear hide cloak. I like the look of it, so I threw it in here. It's got a base resistance of 5, which is the standard for most cloaks when it comes to like your cursed plate cloak. And then of course you have the plate cloak of the shadows. This is a boss armor that I picked up, and we have his helmet up here. We're going to discuss it too. Visions, there's 3 types you can get. If you want to find out more about that, we'll post a video later. I don't recommend wasting your currency on them. They all do the same thing. Porwin Petal Hat. This is a great piece. You get this in Porwin Chapter 3 is when it opens up for you to do the research there, guys. And you're going to get that hat when you're running through that. But more importantly, the first tier of research, you get Replenishing Arrows. This is a true infinite arrow. You will no longer have to build another arrow. You will no longer have to waste your wood or your iron or on arrows. This is true. It is going to give you infinite. We don't carry arrows anymore in our inventory. I wouldn't say it's stylish, but you can shoot as many as you want. Now, I hear a lot of people talk, well, I want to have an infinite supply of my explosive arrows. Well, I have an infinite supply of explosive arrows. What I do is I go ahead and I equip my flame on here, and I then take it, I charge my shot. And that gives me my explosive arrows. So that works out pretty nice for you. Now, another great hat that you can get is the Miner's Lantern hat. Now, this is picked up running the Hernand faction missions. They will send you one of the houses, send you out to clear a lot of the quarries around. The third quarry that you run down, you will take on a rock monster, and you get this hat as a reward. And what it does is it just detects ore. The little green hat, this detects what you can actually pick up The only thing I've found that it's really useful at is if you're in an area that you think might have wild ginseng, it could show you. But what I actually use it for is that Palmar leaf. When I'm looking to build my golden Palmar pellets, I will take and use this thing because it saves me on time. I'm no longer spending 10 minutes rifling through leaves that don't have anything to them. This shows you which will actually reward you. So I definitely recommend getting it. Cuckoo Marne Laser Helm. This is something I showed location and the upgrades in a video recently. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. This thing does a good job against the mobs, but when it comes to bosses, it has a little stagger to it. But really the best weapon, as far as a weapon that you don't have to sit there and keep trying to aim with and it slows you down where you're getting hit, just use the Cuckoo Watcher Pack. It's the best. It is a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. It is fun to come in and zap these guys and get 3 shots. And you can hit multiple targets when it's dealing with mobs. But the boss, it has no real use against it. Gloves. Brass ward and plate gloves, you pick these up pretty quick in the main storyline. It seemed like it was within the first chapter. Hang on to these. They do a good job of multiplying how much lumber that you can harvest. And then the Scorch Flame plate gloves, I've got videos of where to find that and the Cursed Frost armor as well. So definitely check there. We're not going to go over all those locations too much. But for that Catfish Helm, not sure if I showed you. We're going to show you just in case on that map coming straight down. And that's going to bring us back to this location here. This is the Reed Devil location. This is where you had to fight him in the Reed Valley. And then you come over here, you fight Sir Catfish and defeat him, and you get that helmet. But the reason I came back down here is to show you this location. This is one of my favorite swords. I love the looks of it. It's not saying it's the best sword in the game, but for early on, it had some really nice perks to it. Now, I have changed a lot of those perks since then, but that just shows you that there's no such thing as a best sword. There's just your favorite sword. So Dawn Cave, when you're coming halfway down on the left-hand side of that waterfall, you will want to stab through the waterfall. It's halfway down the ledge, and it's on the left-hand side. The way you would stab, you have to open that in your skills, and you will hold your R1 and triangle and stab through that waterfall, and that allows you to get on the inside of the waterfalls, guys. Very easy to do. Does not take very long to get there. Okay, now we can discuss armor further, but let us jump over to swords. When it comes to swords, I'm going to show you some of my favorites in the game. Now, this one here, as much as I really like it, I mostly use it against mobs. It's the Electro Mecha Longsword. Does a cool job for electricity. Unfortunately, it does not have any ability to put the Abyss modules on here, your Abyss gear, in it as the Frozen Anguish, as you can see there. So Frozen Anguish, I've added Attack 3, Critical 3, Crow's Pursuit, Adder's Orb, and Arrow Rain. I'll probably take and just stack the rest of that with Critical 3 and Attack, most likely. The reason for that is I just like to have something that's just OP to really just smash a boss down with. It works really nice. Now, with my dual wield, which is my go-to, I've built a balance here. Now, based off of your skill set, I don't recommend that you just focus on just spirit or just stamina triggers for your weapon. So Hollow Visage here, we've got the critical rate 3, which doesn't require anything. It just adds a level of critical on there. We already have an attack speed of level 2 for this sword. That's why I keep it, because it's got a really good attack speed based off the beginning here. We have this raised up to our second level of our veteran rank, so it will not upgrade any further unless they actually make it so we can in the game. The same thing for our Melted Ambition. This is a mission sword that you pick up in the main mission line, guys, so I do recommend that you run it as well. Make sure you're running the journal main missions. Everything's locked behind it. It's not like it used to be in the game where you could just run around and grab these things. It's going to be locked behind bosses now. So, but Frostspike and Wound of Darkness, both of those are spirit perks. They charge you spirit to use. And then, of course, over here with our Melted Ambition, we have Spirit's Judgment, and then we have Shadow Claw. Those are stamina based. And then I added Ground Surge, which is basically an imbued lava with explosive type stuff. We'll show you what that looks like here. But what this does is, so I can basically just use my Shadow Claw, which is my heavy attack, which will run a little bit of stamina, but not much. If you look, you see those three the 3 claw marks coming across, that is what that ability is there, okay? And it just uses your basic stamina. It's not going to do too much to take away from you. Now, we do have also this other, that Spirit's Judgment. What that does is it will come down and it will fall on an enemy. It will charge up their stagger meter on the big bosses and even do damage to them. And it'll just smash. If you're fighting and you just trigger that once in a while, it'll actually smash the enemies coming in behind you. So I do recommend that you put that on your weapons as soon as you can. Again, found in the main mission line by around chapter 4. So if you're wondering, well, how do I get these critical 3s and attack 3s that you've got on this stuff, I'm going to show you how to do that too. You're going to zoom out. We're coming in off of Hernand. We're going to come straight off of the A, just off the tip of that A. We're going to come down to the Witchwoods. You can kind of see where we're at. You see where our camp's at. You see where the A is. So right about in there, off the bottom of Unicorn Cliff, and lined up with that A is the Witchwoods, and this is a witch house right here. And this is a location that you can come in. You can buy the blueprints to be able to buy at any of the witch locations. They each have their own, and you will be able to take and you can follow again in the journal. It's going to show you where to find those witches here. We'll just show you real quick. When you go to Hernand, the witches right there, it will trigger and show you where to go. And once you have completed the little tasks that they give you, you will be able to build and craft that attack 3 and of course that critical 3. And the way you do that is you can actually strip off gems off of weapons you're not using, and you can merge them over there, or you can just build them yourself and just build the things up. So but that's how you're going to do that and how you're going to get there quicker and give you a really good build. But I hope this video has helped you, and I hope it's helped to debunk some of the stuff that you think every day you got to run out, grab a new piece of armor to maintain where you're the best. They're not adding any new armor currently in the game. Everything that's out here is out there. There are some armors and some weapons that work great for their base, and then there are some that will excel later on as you're able to put the abyss gearing on them and level those things up. So I hope this video has helped you out. Have a wonderful day.